For Her Sake, A Father's Story of Love, Loss, and Legacy by Joy Arrow. The rain didn't stop the day Sarah was buried. It poured as if the heavens themselves couldn't bear the weight of what had been lost. Emmanuel stood silent, soaked to the bone, clutching the small, trembling hand of his 6-year-old daughter, Eliana. Her eyes were wide, searching, confused. She didn't yet understand that her mother would never tuck her in again, never brush her hair, never whisper goodnight. But Emmanuel knew every cruel drop of rain echoed what his heart was screaming. She's gone. Sarah was his first love, his anchor, his light. She had laughed easily, danced in the kitchen, and held their family together like the gentle glue no one sees until it's gone. She had been the softness to his strength, the voice of calm when storms blew in. Now he stood in a world that no longer made sense, holding a daughter who needed answers he didn't have. The days after her death were hollow. The house was too quiet. Eliana would cry in the middle of the night, calling for her mother. Emmanuel would rise every time, holding her until she slept again, her tears soaking his shoulder, his own falling silently. There were moments he felt like giving up. Cooking dinner felt like war. Brushing her hair was like reliving Sarah's absence. And sometimes, when he saw Sarah's smile reflected in Eliana's face, it broke him all over again. But then, something shifted. One morning, Emmanuel watched as Eliana packed her little lunchbox all by herself. She was humming one of her mother's favorite songs. "Who taught you that?" he asked, his voice cracking. "Mummy did," she said simply. "I don't want to forget." It hit him then. His daughter didn't just need a father, she needed someone who remembered her mother with love. She needed someone who wouldn't let grief swallow the joy of who Sarah had been. That night, Emmanuel sat Eliana down and told her stories. About how he met her mom, how she used to laugh so hard at his jokes she'd cry, how she loved mangoes and couldn't swim to save her life. They laughed and cried, and for the first time since the funeral, they felt her again. For years past, Emmanuel became both mother and father. He braided her hair, badly at first, but better with time. He learned to cook pancakes just the way Sarah did. He never missed a school event, even when work was hard. He tucked Eliana in every night with the same words. "Mommy would be so proud of you." And Eliana grew. She became kind, smart, strong, the kind of young woman Sarah would have danced to see. On the day she graduated university, Emmanuel sat in the front row, eyes filled with tears. Not of sorrow this time, but pride. During her speech, Eliana said, "I lost my mom too young, but I never lost her love because my father carried it every single day." Now every Sunday, Emmanuel sits on the porch. Eliana comes to visit with her own little girl named Sarah, and when his granddaughter runs to him and shouts, "Papa," he feels something shift in his chest, not grief, not even pride, but peace. Because he made it, because he loved through the pain, because he never gave up for her sake. When memory of the women we lose too soon, and the men who rise for their children even when their hearts are broken. Joy Arrow.